Hey guys, so in this video I'll be talking about the login activity of the app, and here as you can see this is the layout, how it looks. Okay, so I'll just tell you what I've used in this layout. So basically there's this image view for a logo. I've added a background which is of white color, and then used opacity so it doesn't look very imagey type. It should look like logo and it should look appealing a bit. Okay, then I've used this button for login, and then this button for login, and then there are two text view edit text for writing the phone number and the password. There is a remember. So I've used this remember me from a user who has uploaded it on the GitHub. It has a subtle animation. I'll show you when. I'll just show you now. Okay. So as you can see, this is the button. Okay. So what you have to do is go to this link right here. This guy has uploaded various types of material you can use for your app. So I've used this checkbox. So to add this to your app, all you have to do is just copy this dependency and just paste it in the build.grader here. Right here it is. Okay, then you can use it in where I'll show you. So image view for the logo, which is right here, and then the edit text for the phone number, and then the edit text for the password. Okay, so you can see the things I've used to align it and to design it. I've given margin, padding, and all that stuff. Okay, so basically for this remember me and forgot password, I've used this linear layout, which is orientation. Its orientation is set to horizontal. Then this checkbox, and then the text view for the forgot password. Then there's this button for login, and then there are two text views. You cannot see the second one here because I've set it invisible. Here you can see this is for switching from user to admin, and this is for switching from admin to user. Okay, so yeah, and then this is the login button. So this is the basic layout of this app. And then for this remember me functionality, you have to use the paper library, which basically stores the password after you click the checkbox. It checks the checkbox, and then after that it basically saves it for the next time when the user logs in. He doesn't have to enter it again and again. Okay, so for that I have used this paper library. I got it from right here. Okay, all you have to do is to include it is copy and paste this to your apps build creator. Okay, then you have to make a pre-valent class to store these variables. Okay, once the checkbox is ticked, you store this into these variables. I'll just show you in the login activity. Okay, so in this login activity, what happens actually is you declare all the buttons in the text box and the edit text and all that stuff. Okay, then you initialize them. Okay, then you have to have a loading bar to show the progress. Okay, it's progress dialog box. Okay, then this is where you initialize the paper library, the paper. Okay, so what happens is when you click the login button, you go to login user. I'll talk about it in a minute. So first what happens is admin link. What is admin link? This button right here, it's called the admin link. So when you click it, what happens actually is the text on this one changes to login admin, and then this right here, this becomes invisible, and the other one which was invisible for switching from user to admin will from admin to user will become visible. And then root the database root changes from user to, by default we have set it to user here, it changes from user to admin here. Okay, so that the admin can log in. So you have to put in the admin's credential to actually log in once you click this, and then when you click this again you have to put the user credentials. Okay, same for the not admin link. This was the admin link, this is the not admin link. The not admin link, once you click it, the text will change, this will become visible admin link, and the not admin link will become invisible, and the root will set itself to user again. Okay, so when you press the login button, what happens is you call this login user function. It basically stores the input phone number and the input password that you have entered in the edit text to two variables, and then it checks if it's empty. If it's empty, then it will show up a toast saying that please enter your phone number or please enter your password, whatever it is. And then if both are not empty, it will just say it will just show up the dialog, the loading bar. Okay, the loading bar, and then it will call the function to check the credentials if they are right or not. This is the function for that, or the method for that. Okay, so in this method what we do is pass the phone number and password what we have taken from the user, and then first of all we check if the checkbox is checked. If the checkbox is checked, then we have to, like we will in the previous class, we have to put in the phone number and the password right here. I've told you before. Okay, so that next time it will not actually log in, not actually ask for the user ID or password, it will directly log in. Okay, so we have to create the database reference. I'll just show you the database right now. So this is the database. There are two nodes, okay, the admins and the user, so you can switch between them. There is only one admin who will add all the products, and there are multiple users. Okay, this was it. And then what happens is now after the registration, actually after the registration, we enter everything into user. You cannot, an admin cannot register, it has to be added from the backend. Okay, so once you register, your information will come right here, as you can see, the name, the password, and all the stuff. Okay, okay, so then what happens here is it creates a database reference. We create a database reference right here. Then we check if the phone number that you have entered right here already exists in the database or not. So we check if it exists or not. If it exists, then this method. If it doesn't exist for some matter, then we have to just show the toast message saying that this phone number does not exist. Okay, and like just show that message, please correct it and all. You can write a custom message here, whatever you like. Then if it exists, it will enter the loop. It will enter this if, and then right here what happens is it will check just you it will copy this is the user's data into this variable, and then if the user phone number is equal to the entered phone number, user data is basically the thing, the user data it will fetch from the uh, database. Okay, it is a database snapshot, as we say. It will check if the phone number that it will get the phone number from the database and check if it is equal to the entered phone number. If it is, then it will check if the password is equal. If the password is not same, then it will go to this and say incorrect password. And if if the password is equal, then it will enter here. And then if the parent DB name is admin, then it will show the message welcome admin, and then send the admin to the admin category activity, where he can add different types of category in this app. And if it is user, then it will send it to the home activity, where he will be able to view all the products that has been added by the admin. Okay, this is basically all the things that we will use in this app, in this login activity. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.